Hi guys, it's Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. I am bringing you a thrift haul. So I am doing more going daily to my local thrift store here in town. It's just a Goodwill and seeing what they have. So now that I'm staying at home and retired, I don't go out and about as much. I'm trying to work on my hoard of hoards first before I do any huge big adventures. So I'm trying to bring you little videos of working through that, of me making the items over. And so today's video is one of my thrift hauls. My pile got big enough. I'm like, okay, I need to share it with you all so I can get working on it. So remember, most of this is just, I think I might have went out of town once, but most of it's from my local Goodwill, just checking in every day, just to see what they have, because it's oddly enough that it changes quite often. So first things first. So now this probably seems like a boring thing, just a simple white butter dish. It was $5.09. There's no chips, no cracks, but there's something about a simple white butter dish. Now I had bought a whole bunch from the Dollar General store when they had them, and they said butter and white, and they all sold. I put a $10, $12 price tag on them, and they sell. So as soon as I find one that's all white and it's reasonable enough that I can at least make double my money back, I will pick one up. And then for $3.09, I found one of those scrubby frogs. I have never actually ran across, I've seen these, but usually they're chipped or cracked or anything. So do these all sell for you guys? I've always heard that they sell really well, so I definitely just couldn't pass them up. I have a version of a chicken from the Dollar General store that I have in my booth, and I bought a few, and they are selling too. So people like little cute things to put their sponges and their scrubbies in by their sinks. And then this little piece, of course, it's a votive holder, candle holder. This was $2.09. I just absolutely I loved everything about it. I'm surprised that it was only $2.09. So, and if you're wondering what the 9 cents is, I get asked that all the time. It's departments. So these are your donated goods, which is the 9 cents. So that's how they tell their departments. But look at those. Oh my gosh, those flowers are so pretty. So could not pass that up. I need to get this in my booth while we're still somewhat in that season. Now, I could not help myself when I ran across this piece. Once I Google lensed it, I realized it's probably missing something on the back, but it's wrought iron, just absolutely gorgeous. It's supposed to have maybe a carriage or something, but it's antique-y. It is a wrought iron. I just absolutely love it. It's heavy. The horses spin. It has some weird, so I could either just paint it up and paint it all black, or I could leave it as is and see how it sells. It was $8.09. So, and on the internet with all the pieces and parts, when I Googled it, it was, if it had all the pieces and parts, around $40, without about $24. So we can see if it sells. If it doesn't, I like the piece myself, so. And then for $4.09, I got these 2 chickens. They are wooden. Oh yeah, I couldn't help myself. Little chicks, so little hens. So yep, I had to pick them up. I just love the primitive look of the wood of them. Now for $5.09, I picked up this cement bird feeder. Oh, just how pretty. There's nothing I have to do to this. I don't know if I'll put it, because we're kind of getting out of that season. I don't know. Could be a gift for somebody, but absolutely gorgeous. There's no chips and cracks. Maybe somebody didn't want to use it. I don't know. I just thought it was a gorgeous piece. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at those little birdies. Oh my gosh. So no, I'm not going to color it or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it as is. And then going outside things, look at this metal. Oh, you all know I'm gonna put some decoupage paper on that. It's all metal. This isn't even a paper, it's a painting. It was $4.09. I absolutely love, look at how heavy of metal that is. It's not even flimsy. So I definitely will just put my twist of decoupage paper on this. I just absolutely think that it's gorgeous. Now all the flowers that I did, I think are pretty much gone. Now the ones that I didn't put decoupage paper on, I thought maybe I was doing too much. The ones that were plain, I ended up putting on sale. So there's something about that decoupage paper. I should have put decoupage paper, went with my first instinct of, yes, the decoupage paper gives it a little something. So the plain, just black and white ones, not so much. But the little ones I just did from the Dollar General, I don't think I have any of those left. Those are a good seller, especially the ones that I put that patina on with the antique wax. I'll link that video if you didn't see it. I hope, hopefully. We always say that, but you have to remember it to do it. And then I ran across these 2 wooden bowls with feet. Oh my gosh, I have not run across these in a long time. I've done bowls like this before. So this one was, I think they were both $4.09 a piece, yep. So this one has, look at that beautiful inlet in there. And they're definitely a little rough for wear, but that is perfectly fine, I don't mind. I absolutely was happy to run across, and these just have some more round feet. Just too cute. We're coming in the season of redecorating and putting stuff, you know, little pumpkins and stuff in bowls, so these were perfect to run across. And then for another $4.09, this is a metal one. I just absolutely thought this was gorgeous too. This can transform in from the Thanksgiving, the pumpkin season, the gourd season, into your pine cones, into your Christmas bulbs, just by painting a different color. So I'm definitely excited. It's a nice heavy metal. Now for $8.09, I ran across a set of candlesticks. So I love when I come across a trio. So definitely love the detail on them. Though right now my black ones are selling better than my white. Maybe people have added a lot of white into their decor, like painting their walls and stuff, and they want more pops of black. So right now my black ones, as soon as I paint them in, so I'll probably just do these ones in black and antique them. But I definitely, even with the black, you can distress that Goldie on there, and that's still just as beautiful. And then while we're on candlesticks, I did run across these 2 sets of wooden candlesticks. I like when there's little sets, $2.09 and $2.99. These were Salvation Army. So just paint these up, put a nice little reasonable price tag on them, and yes, absolutely love them. It's funny, if I keep these, if I can thrift them at the $2 price is awesome, because if I can sell them under $10 or $10 and less, they sell quickly. Once I put that $12 price tag on them, they just kind of sit. It's just every area can sell things differently. So I really am trying to be very picky with what I'm buying, so I know what I'm going on 2 years here now. I'm kind of learning our clientele that comes into the antique mall and what they're willing to spend. And then, yeah, this is just one of those candle holders, but it had a bird. And I have done many of these with, you know, early on with your guys' suggestion that people love birds. So yeah, I don't even care if this was taken off, but I can't take off that. But I absolutely, yeah, I'll just paint this up and pop that bird's detail. Now that white paint with the antique wax over it, I may try to do a little bit more of that, because that is just, anything I did that on is gone. So I'm just kind of curious, you know, maybe people wanted a little something different from me, or maybe we're just all transforming into, or maybe I just figured out a look. I don't know. Now for $2.09, I couldn't help myself. I thought this was just so super cute. It's just something to put your little, you know, probably a receipt holder or note holder, or I just thought it was cute. It's not very heavy. I don't know who makes it, but anything black and industrial look just always catches my eye. So I'm like, maybe I'll keep it for myself. I don't know. You know, I can't craft on my desk if I keep putting decor on there all the time, but I just absolutely thought it was just cute. I've never run across anything like that. And then we'll pop over here. This is my fourth coffee mug tree. Now these can be used for many things. It does not have to be coffee mugs. It can be a collection. I've seen terracotta pots. I've seen ribbon. I've seen so many different things on there. So this one's a little bit longer. You could have vintage colored bottles on it. There's just so many. I believe it was, yeah, 409. It was 409. So, and I'm not going to do anything to it. I finally just put one in my booth this last week, and the one that I just painted it up. So we'll see how that one sells first. Now that I've got two in my hoard, I'll probably, unless it's really unique, I kept the first one because I was absolutely happy with the first one. Finding the first one anyway. And then if the price is reasonable, I never pass up on these baskets. I never pass up on these baskets. I don't mind. I'll take all the decor off. It's just somebody added it, wired it on. I can antiquing wax and fix up that, and I can either change it up or sell them as is. This one was $6.50, so you can get $10, $12 maybe for the basket alone, or if I put a star or I put some greenery in it. This has been flattened a little too much here, but I like running across these. Even if they don't sell, I like it as a wood accent in our booth. And then I ran across for $4.09 another cross. I love to do crosses, even though at the moment they sold and then it's like a standstill right now. So that's okay. You know, I'm not gonna pass them up. When I see them, I love the flower on it. So yeah, I mean, I say that and they could all sell today. Who knows? It's so random when you have a retail booth like that, what sells and what doesn't sell. I had, if you remember back, I had a corner hutch that I did that we were given. I ended up paying the lady $20 for just a simple corner hutch. And I started off with the price at $120, and it's been sitting and it's been sitting, and then Chris basically wanted me to give it away, and I finally marked it down to $85, and then it was sitting, and then it was sitting, and then it was sitting, and I just decided I would just use it for display with a tag on it to sell stuff at $85, and randomly somebody finally came across that bought it, just got a new house, and was looking for a whole bunch of furniture pieces. So yeah, I mean, it just, sometimes you're just like, well, I guess I'll just use this as a display. I don't know why it's not selling. You just never know. You just never know. So I did stop at the Little Bibles. I did stop at the Little Bibles for Mission thrift store. And then for $2, I got this wooden horse. It spins. It spins, but I think it's not supposed to spin. So maybe reglue it, because that bothers me when I'm trying to hold it. I love the chippiness of it. I did actually purchase some milk paint that I would like to try just in white, because I've never tried it, to see if I can achieve chippiness. So we'll see how that goes. So maybe this will be one of those pieces. And as you see, I'm holding one of the mashers in my hand. This was only $2. Look at it, it's got a black handle. If I find these vintage, like those vintage rolling pins, they don't last very long. I usually get about $8 for one of these. I think that's a fair price. So some things you make a good profit on, some things you even out, some things, yeah. But love the black handle. I don't have any black pieces in my kitchen decor, I keep it myself. And then for $4.09, look, I could not help myself with this little stool. It has a little saying on it. Unfortunately, I'll take it off. There's some nail polish on there. I love just the roughness of it. Who doesn't need a little riser shelf or a little plant stand or something to lift stuff up? I definitely thought this was cute. Now, one day I ran across a couple little vintage clocks for $3.09, in 309. These two little, they are actually both metal. I'm keeping these for myself. I want to put them in that new hutch that I have. The one that was the beast green one that we had to spend all the time stripping. So I definitely want to keep these for myself. I don't know if anybody would even be interested in something that didn't have a glass, but I like it. I don't care if it doesn't work. I just absolutely love that they were metal. I never tested them out to see if they could work. For $6.09, I couldn't help it, guys. It was all that darn light. Okay, let me turn that off for a second. So see how dark it gets without the light? So this is a clock with the bird on it. Oh my goodness, yep, could not help myself there. Oh, love, love, love this piece. So definitely picked that up. And then maybe the same person was getting rid of the birds. So this was a mirror, guys. Look at that mirror. Oh, look at that. Oh, I know, I just found that piece. Can you see that piece of furniture in my mirror? I just went out of town trying to find some stuff. The only thing I came home was, so I'll be redoing that one soon. So, yeah. So this little bird on the mirror, and it's nice heavy metal. This one was $4.09. I don't know why somebody tried to scratch off the sticker, but yeah. And it's made in China, but it's a nice heavy piece. Now for $4.09, the blingy Christmas trees caught my eye. I thought they were in good shape. They're not smashed. You know, those brush bottle trees, they're actually in good shape. So whether I use them myself or I resell them, I'm not sure once it gets to that season. But oh, I loved how these were made. So $4.09. And then for $5.09, I ran across this lantern. This is just a unique little one. Now I usually like to do those lanterns and put some greenery, and I definitely will do this one up for Christmas, the Christmas season also, but I thought that was a good find for the $5.09. Because I usually thrift my greenery anyway that I add to it. So let's see. And then for $4.09, yeah, some little milk bottles and a little tin. I love how they aged this and gave it that patina. So cute. So I don't even think I maybe put a little stock of greenery in somehow or something. But definitely I thought this was a great find. So I have a few bigger pieces I'll share with you. Let me bring them over. So for $5.09, would you have picked this up? It's a newer box, but I would have left it, but I love this on it. Oh, look at that. And I actually have an idea in my head, or one of my ideas was to put feet on these and make little stools out of them by filling them up with, you know, with upholstery foam. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's so super cute. So I think a dog chewed on it, but you know what? That's character. That just adds character, gives it that old look. So this was a good find. Yeah, I don't know. I would assume Hobby Lobby, but it doesn't say that. So now I have 3 great finds, and I can't hold them up, so I'm going to take my camera off my tripod and show you them. So my first, oh my gosh, look at, guys, is that not the cutest little snowman you ever did see? And no, he is not little. Oh my gosh, yes, he has some wear on him, but little buttons and a cute little face and a little flower, and you will not believe the price tag. How random is that price tag? $3.09. I'm like, why are you only selling him for $3.09? And she's like, well, because he needs a lot of work. Okay, challenge accepted. So I was super excited I don't even know, you know, my reseller in me is like, okay, clean them up, sell them, Yvonne. But then I'm like, my French porch is saying, hey, paint me up and put me in your colors and keep me on your front porch. So, I don't know. The struggles. We'll see how he gets done and what I do to him. yeah, so we'll see. Now look at my next find. Oh my gosh. Now these are items you're like, yeah, I usually find these at yard sales or somebody's trying to sell them online for a lot of money. So I was definitely surprised the day I actually went in with my son. We were doing something and I'm like, you know, it's nice because he works at the antique mall. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are those still selling? Are people still looking for these? We're coming into that season and I could not believe the price of these either. It was just one of those random days. $8.09 for the smaller one, which I don't know anything about. There is some breakage on it, but I don't think people will care. They're just happy to have it as front porch decor. And then this one was $10.09. Now I've seen them in the thrift stores before, but they usually have them $25, $35. So to get both of these for $18, I was super excited. Now my heart wants me to paint over that blue, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it as is because somebody might, I'm just gonna leave them as is and see about reselling them that way. What's your guys' thoughts? I know some people take them and paint them up, but I don't know. There's just something about them that I just can't paint them up. Okay, so what did you think? This is it for my thrift haul. Tell me what your favorite piece. Oh, hold on, I did get one thing. Look at, I should have showed that. It's really long. So this was $2.09. Very stiff, not just a nice flag, just a nice primitive flag. So $2.09, I'm like, okay. I actually kind of like it for myself or to put it behind glass, behind an old window. So, anyway, yeah, now that is it for my thrift haul. So thanks for watching today's thrift haul, guys. And as always, give me a quick comment of what your favorite find was that I found. And if you'd leave anything alone or not paint it. I don't think I'll paint those sleds. I'm definitely painting the snowman and cleaning him up. I think he would actually sell just as is, but my heart wants me to clean him up because in case I want to keep him. So thanks for watching the video, guys, and thanks for being part of my YouTube family. And if you're new and checking out our content for the first time and you liked what you saw, hit that subscription button along with the notification bell, and we'll see you next time, guys, and you can see what I'm up to. Bye.